My name is Meghann O'Brien. I'm from the community of Alert Bay, British Columbia. I'm of Haida, Kwakwaka'wakw and Irish descent, and I'm a weaver. I used to be a professional snowboarder for 5 years, living in Whistler, and until I discovered the gift of weaving cedar and was shown the ways of weaving wool in the raven's tail and chilkat forms from my many very gracious teachers. I spent so many years of my life snowboarding, and when I discovered weaving, it was so powerful, and it kind of rearranged my whole life. Every year that I wove more, it was harder to go back to my kind of job or my pursuit as a professional snowboarder. I didn't see the value in it for like other people or even for myself. I feel as though before I started weaving, I wouldn't have passed on anything to my kids, and I feel lucky that my family has survived, and I want to strengthen that. I like the idea of our culture continuing in some form. So as I transitioned out of that and into the weaving, I kind of left that world behind, and I didn't really miss it. And it wasn't until I started working with mountain goat wool that I felt myself being drawn back up into the mountains, but in this different way. But working with it, I began to consider its life and where it lives, and just considering that I'd spent 15 years of my life in the mountains. And so it gave me this understanding, like I felt like I understood kind of where it lived. I wanted to go back up into the mountains with these new eyes. I wanted to go into the mountains, viewing them from, I guess, more of our spirituality, of them being regarded as supernatural beings. I began to feel as though while I was working with this, that it was related somehow to this kind of shifting of states. I found it was a transformative process, not only of the materials, but also of it through me. It changed me as well. And I discovered that that was more what I wanted rather than the end product, the end result of a woven object, because I think it's growing closer and more intimate to the material and understanding the essence of what you're doing. There's something about it. So light and so soft. It's like a cloud. And as you spin it, you take it from this form and you take it and you spin it on your leg, and it gets a bit heavier. And then you ply it from there, and it gains more density, more weight, more solidity. And as you take this material and you transform it into this dense material, and then you weave with it and create a physical object. For me, it's as though taking unformed matter or pure spirit and moving it into the physical world, into material form, into almost like a body that spirit can reside in, for us to anchor energy in the physical world. To consider it as a gas moves from a liquid to a solid, similar to how snow or water moves between states. I began to feel as though I was making clouds. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a beautiful feeling and process. But when I was in the mountains, it hit me, I was like, wow, clouds are a form of water, and snow is a form of water. And it's just to be able to be in the snow and snowboarding and relating to it in that way, as the clouds wrap around the mountain, and the mountain goat wool is so related in substance to clouds. I don't know, it's pretty cool.